Today we'll be looking at loops, the basics of loops inside assembly. So as usual, let me create my file. I'll name it loop.s. Then I will define my text section, define my global start, then use the start symbol. After that, so far we have seen labels and the comparison, the jump comparison labels. So loops are execute continuously so long as a certain condition is met. So we'll start by, let me start by moving our loop counter inside EBX or ECX. I'll use 5. Then I'll go here again and define my label, my label, which I will name it loop start. So this is where our loop logic will fall. So what we'll do, we want to decrement this value, or this value located in ECX, until it reaches 0. If we reach the value 0, we should exit our loop and then go ahead and exit. So I'll go ahead and maybe we haven't seen this instruction, but you can use the deck keyword followed by what you want to decrement. So this is the same as EAX minus 1, like that, or EAX is equals to oh no, not EAX, ECX is equals to ECX minus 1. So simply it decrements 1 from the value inside the register again. So after doing that, we'll use the jump if not 0. So jump to where if the value ECX is not 0. So jump to go back again to loop start if this or if, sorry, so this is not EAX, so it's ECX. So this is our loop counter. So we are decrementing our loop counter. So just go back again if our value in ECX is not 0. See, so this is what the jump, the J and Z means, jump if not 0. So where are we jumping? To the loop start. So it will start here, check again until we get a 0, until ECX is decremented to a 0. So after that, go ahead and exit. So move into EAX, the value 1 for system exit. Move to EBX 0, the status code. Then let us do an interrupt over here. So initially what we are doing here, first we are loading the value 5 into ECX. Then we declare our label, our loop start. So this is our, so let me comment here. So this is what we are calling our loop counter. Then we declare our loop content or section over here, which is our label. You can name it whatever you want. It's not fixed to this name. Then we first decrement ECX. Then we check if ECX is 0 or less than 0. If it is not 0, which the jump if not equal, jump if not 0 will check. So it will check, is ECX 0? No. So it's, if it is not 0, it will start again over here, execute, start again, execute, start again, execute, start again. So that's the functionality of jump to loop start if the ECX, the value inside ECX is not 0. So jump if not 0. Then we'll go ahead and after that we exit our program, but let us compile it first and see how it runs. So nasm -f elf use 32 followed by my name of the source file, followed by the object file, so like that. Then we'll go ahead and link it, so elf i386 followed by our object file .o, then our final binary, which will name loop. So ld cannot find i386, so I've left the -m flag, so like that. As you can see now, if I ls, we have our binary over here, and I will open it using the debugger, so gdb loop. Then again I will use layout asm, then we'll break at start, then run. So let us go into each step. So step I, we get into our loop start, then we decrement by 1. So step I, we check if the value is not 0, so jan. If it's not 0, we go back to this memory location. So step I, so as you can see, we have gone back here. If we look the value inside ECX, I can use IR, so the short form of info registers, followed by the register that you want to check ECX. So you can see it has decremented 1, it was 5, now it's 4. So we can go ahead and step again, then let us see what ECX holds. So you can see it's 3, so it decrements very well. So go ahead, then let us check again, it's 2 now. You can go ahead and step I, so we'll check again ECX, so you can see it's 1. So now we're in the final one, so we go like that. Now ECX is 0, because if we check ECX, you'll see a 0. So we'll go ahead to move the value 1 into EAX, then move 0 to EBX, then finally our interrupt, then the program is done. So let me exit. So if we go back here and check, so you can see that this is the basics of a very simple example about loops. You can implement any kind of loops in here. Maybe we'll see how we can implement a while loop, a for loop, on any kind of iterative structure, and we'll explore more, so don't worry. So I want you to just understand these basics, then we'll go ahead and advancing our skills. So thank you for your time, and see you on the next